Welcome, everyone. Get ready for your light body activations and stepping into your soul purpose, your soul awakening, your soul vibration. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome, guys. I am so delighted to see you all. We are going to be talking about light body activations, and in our guest's honor, I put on my crown. So we're going to be having very high vibrational frequency. Grab your friends, share it out. Please like, subscribe, and share so that we can just really raise that vibration to the frequency we're always looking for. So welcome to the channel, guys. I am your guide, Joan of Angels. We are stepping into the miraculous every week with inspirational guests and the things that we're doing on the planet to really raise our frequency so we can remember who we are and really step into why we're here. And on that note, I want to encourage all of you to check out the website, joanofangels.com. And I have a new program that I'm launching. I think I actually am going to put up the link to it. It is on manifesting what you are here to do and how you're here to do it. It's going to be live, and it's the first live workshop I've done in about a year and a half. And people who've been in my live workshops will say they're pretty juicy. All right. And it's a chance for us to get to know each other. But in that class, manifesting, we are going to talk about how to take what's up here and really make it concrete, have it actualized so you can actually live the dreams. So the link is below, and I will also, I think I did just post it in the comments. So good. Enough about me. I want to share with you a very unique guest. In fact, his energy when we were in the back room in the studio chatting really got me excited. And I know he's one of our kind because he said, oops, I have a couple of minutes. My crystals are talking to me. I got to go get the right crystal. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Hillis Pugh. He's an author, teacher, speaker, a holistic practitioner who utilizes the gifts and tools to empower others on their journey. And the reason why he chooses to do this work is to guide others on their path to let them know you are not alone. So he mentors every soul on their path to lift them up so they can see what he sees beyond the physical realm. In other words, beyond the 3D and going into those higher dimensions. So today he's going to share with us how he works with Lemurian Light Energy to create deeper connections to the soul. And he is an energy and soul mentor, guys. And he does these awesome light body activations, and he's going to tell us all about it. So there you have it. And before he comes on, everyone take a deep breath in and let it all out. Oh, that's good. I think we do it so I can center. Take another deep breath and then let it all out. And we are welcoming our guest, Hillis Pugh. All right. Hello, hello.
Hello, Joan. Hello, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to participate in your day.
That's just so lovely. That's just so lovely. I love what the emblem that's behind you. Can you tell us a bit about that, what it means?
Actually, it is just something that came to me that I gave to a graphic designer to incorporate in my logo. So what you see is actually uh, part of my logo. So it represents the energy of the four directions, the four energies, the higher energies that I work with.
So I just want to say something. You said it's something you saw. In other words, you downloaded this very important, this was given to you, right? It wasn't just, I saw it
Yeah.
on the street laying around over there, right? It was
Yeah.
downloaded to you, right?
Yes.
So that's so fascinating already. So tell us a little bit about who you are. Okay.
Wow, just a tiny little bit.
Just a
Um,
tiny little bit so we could like your
y-
energy is amazing. Okay. Just so you know, I saw you on the Zoom call we were on a few weeks ago and you look so serious. And I thought, oh my God, I try not to be too serious. And now the moment you got in the studio, I realized you're like such a highlight being. So whatever you could share, we want to hear.
the story of me, the story of Hillis is one of evolution. That I have not always been, where I'm at in this energetic space, where I started out speaking about gratitude and the law of vibration and how we can utilize these energies to assist us in our daily task and in our daily lives. And it simply evolved into me honing and utilizing my skills as a psychic medium to help channel information of guides and loved ones to others, to bring them clarity, to bring them understanding, and to help them get over any grief that they may have. And it simply, evolved into me doing this Lemurian Light Energy work that I do, which I love more than anything now, because to witness and to see the transformation of those who I work with is such a beautiful delight, because they chose to take this first step forward. They chose to say, I'm ready for more. They chose to say, I know I'm supposed to be doing something else. I know that all of this stuff, my experiences, is just that experiences. And now I want to release that and step into the full embodiment of who I am and who I chose to be and do in this life.
And so now you're doing this work, doing your light body activations and your Lemurian. I wonder if it's a Lemurian symbol right behind you.
That's, I have, maybe, I don't know. That's something that I would definitely ask about. But what's interesting is the work that I do is very special to me, because right now I am one of a handful, which is no more than like 20, 25 of us right now on the planet, that are attuned to this special Lemurian light energy by way of Sirius. And so, for most people don't know that Syrians were the first Lemurians on the planet. They helped to really create and evolve and to really bring this energy here. And so the energy that I work with, I channel from Sirius A, B, and C. And so it just really helps to channel this energy to be of service to other people at a higher capacity.
So on a question about this, Hillis, do you are you like a walk-in or
No,
like a hybrid kind of no, but you
no.
channel these energies. And so you're saying it's the Syrian energy that these are the Lemurians that were here on our planet.
Yes, 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 yes. From what I saw, from what I was told, from my own vision and from my teacher, that the Lemurian energy. Now, I understand that other people on the planet channel and conduct and utilize Lemurian energy, but I connect and utilize the Lemurian energy from the source, which is Syrian energy, the galactic center of our universe, if you will. And so, with this light body activation, I was given this information to download it and to utilize it in such a way where it's gentle with people, to allow them to understand that when we allow ourselves to step into this space of activation, because that's what this is, it is activating the dormant energies in the body. This particular light body activation and transformation really assist in the soul's transformation, for us to now release the carbon-based energy that we inhabit, to transform that into crystalline light body energy, which is also assisting in the transformation of our DNA, the activation of our dormant DNA, the transformation of our cells from the standard circular structure to more of a hexagonal shape, to even strengthen all the strands of DNA. So it really allows for the energy and the tools that I work within this activation to be of service and assist other people to say, okay, I'm ready to step into this higher dimension, this higher density of energy. I know that was a lot.
I'm thinking, can we break it down? Can we break it down?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
First of all, let's go back to Lemuria. So for those people who really aren't that familiar with Lemuria, I first discovered Lemuria when I was about 12 years old. There were a
Mhm.
series of books on the lost land, and I was just attracted to everything mystical. But why don't you give us a little background on the Lemurians? And so, what is this light body? What makes this light body so special, this activation?
And so, just for clarification, Lemurians were here before Atlanteans.
Good to
but
know. Good to know.
what makes what makes the Lemurians so special is because one, that they are from Sirius, number one. Number two, the fact that they were very, or are, because some of us has reincarnated in this lifetime. They are very loving, very caring of humanity, and the love that pours out of them is unconditional love. It is such a love for humanity in itself and the full potential of it. And what really fascinates me, what I really love about them and the energy that they have is the technology, and how they balance the technology with science and love, and all the energies that we hold. So it's just like bringing everything back into balance. Hey, I want to see what the gentleman's question was. It was something about skulls. So don't we all have crystalline in the basin of our skull? You know,
Right question.
John, that's an amazing question. And so it just really depends. Not everyone has crystalline in the base skull, because that's the cerebral cortex, that's the cerebellum, that's the God head energy that most of us refer to. And so, with that being God head energy, it could be there. And if it's not there, then you could be a walk in. There's other potentials or reasons why you may not have this energy in the base of your skull. But know that those who do have it, those are who are attuned and connected to this energy. It is one of divinity, one of you allowing yourself to be put on your path, to be open to receive what it is that you need to receive. And it's funny that you talk about crystal skulls, because I don't have this on my altar, but I have just received my first dragon skull yesterday. So it's like dragon crystal skull. So I'm very connected to dragon energies as well.
Did you say that was a dragon crystal skull?
I do have one. Yeah, I do. I have three skulls now. I have a giant one that sits in the middle of my altar, who I
Mhm.
who I work with regularly. Then yesterday I just received a dragon crystal skull, and I have a tiny baby one, and then I have a friend of mine who is going to gift me one that she's had for a while, because she really doesn't work with skull energy as well as she knows I do. So I'm excited. So it's like all this crystal skull energy is like coming to me, and I'm like, okay, I'll accept it.
We're going to have to talk because I'm co-producing a Crystal Skull conference in the fall, and I've been interviewing people about crystal skulls, and so everyone here is getting excited. I almost got one the other day, but I realized it wasn't the one that was calling to me. But talking about crystals and crystallines, I want to go back to Lemurian crystals.
Yes.
One of the things I saw with your activations is you use these Lemurian crystals, these Andara crystals, these
Yes.
Andara stones. Tell everyone what's so special about those stones.
Well, just so you understand that there's a difference between Lemurian crystals and Andara crystals. And
Oh,
so anyone who is shopping for crystals,
mhm.
if you pick up a crystal and if you see the straight lines are vertical, it's just what that crystal. If it's just a regular quartz crystal or a regular citrine crystal or what have you. But if you pick up a crystal and the straight lines go horizontal going across, that means it's a Lemurian crystal. And the Lemurian crystals are very old, a very ancient energy and technology, which I was just speaking about, because the Lemurian crystals hold so much energy, so much information, so much knowledge of that time period, that if you know how to utilize and pair the crystals correctly, you can access any and all, and if not most of this information. And so now the Andara crystals, I love them so much. They are masters beyond masters. I've never worked with such brilliant energy ever.
They are.
Andara crystals. And if you guys want Andara crystals, let me know. I can send Joan links of information to where to purchase the real Andara crystals. And so what Andaras are, they are monoatomic crystals, and they were formed in volcanic ash in the volcanic lava of the planet years and years and years, centuries, millennia ago. So they are very old as this planet. That's how old and wise they are. And they come in various shapes, sizes, cuts. And so if you ever find one that's been shapened, I don't recommend those. I recommend the raw ones because that's their true nature, and they hold so much energy, so much wisdom, and they look like glass. So this is why you have to be careful when looking for them. But they hold such brilliant information. They're great teachers. I mean, teachers that I've never even known that existed on the planet until I came in contact with one, and the energy that they give off. I mean, they could be about this big, or even this big, as big as my head or as small as my fingers, but they hold such brilliant energy that the wisdom that they contain is unlike any other. If you saw for yourself, Joan, you can't
They
put
are
words
living.
to it.
I understand those are living beings inside those crystals. And
Yeah.
so living light beings, and there's a few things I want to say. You use these crystals in the light body activations, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, I wish I had a picture. I took pictures of the Andorra crystals when they're out in the sun. They love sunlight. They love light in general, but they love sunlight the best. And there is one crystal, and actually it's an elder that I have, and I had it in the sunlight. You can see like the little person that was in it. It was like just the most magnificent picture. I wish I could had it to give to show, but it was like I'm even just having the picture in my mind. I'm still baffled at the brilliance of these beings.
Well, these stones carry the frequency of these ancient beings. You do these light body activations using the stones that carries those ancient frequencies. And I'm reminded of something that I read years ago, that when Lemuria was destroyed or went under, when it dissolved, the priest had sent out thousands of priests and light workers to all parts of the world to form the mystery schools.
Yeah.
And what I'm feeling from you, especially with the symbol behind you, is that energy of these ancient Lemurian mystery schools that have been set up around the planet, and that you
Mhm.
bring this very ancient wisdom to this. Is that right? Am I
It
kind of
is, and it's funny
target?
that you say that because I am actually in the midst of putting together a Syrian school of self mastery sometime to launch in spring or summer of this year, where it's a collection of my personal teachings, speakings, and experiences, and soon to collaborate with other masters to bring this energy forward. So it's no coincidence in why you just mentioned that here.
I have chills, and I'm an oracle. So what do? I always do readings for people and tune into their energy. And I always tell people that it's about the confirmations. An oracle just confirms things for other
Yeah.
people, and a good oracle confirms them before you even mention it.
Yeah,
Because
exactly,
that's the
exactly.
energy I'm getting from you. I actually have chills through my whole body, and
Mhm.
it's just bringing that up for me. Tina is our hostess in the back room. I don't know if you can see her, but suddenly there's more action, and I can relax because
So
Tina.
no, and
Go
I
ahead.
appreciate it, and thank you, Tina.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. We function much better having a Tina, and having all the people who come to our show, and sometimes the chat room is actually more exciting than what's happening up here.
It
So
is.
so we have a lot of questions and a lot of answers, but so the ancient mystery school teachings coming through you, good, because we'll let all of my tribe know about it, because it's coming through very powerfully, and I can resonate with it, and I feel like you're being groomed for this very ancient tech, and they're telling me it's technology. I don't use that kind of technology. You use certain technology that,
Yes.
right, and that's comes through your light body activations. All right. Do we
And
have
so
any?
it's interesting, and I'm glad that you mentioned that as well, because I'm also in the midst of continuing to receive simple light language, simple light codes, what I am going to put in book format for humanity, for them to uh, become accustomed and to align themselves with this energy that's coming in on the planet. And this various energy and the simple light code, simple text, it's the foundation in which we will work with, because I see other light workers, other beings who are doing these amazing, brilliant masterpieces of light codes, and I was amazed at them and enthralled by the information that they are putting out. But I look at them and say, this is too much for your average person. I want to do something a little bit simple, and something that people who are not there to become accustomed to the energy that's coming in on the planet. Because right now, if people want to know, I've been on this thing for the past few weeks, and actually maybe a little bit longer, to where I've been talking about 4D and where we are on the planet, because we're on 4D right now on the planet, or I should say the planet Earth, Mother herself, is in 4D. But then there are some of us who are straddling between 4 and 5D. There are some of us who are just in 4D. Then there's some who are straddling between 4D and 3D, and then there are some just who are in 3D. And so people who are in feeling the symptoms of tiredness, stress, frustration, anger, um, all the lower vibrating frequencies, is because they are slowly shifting into fourth density energy. And it can be a lot, especially
Mhm.
now, when you don't know what's going on, when you don't understand the energies that you're feeling. It's what's happening, what's going on, just because we're shedding all the old, all the pain, all the hurt, all the guilt, all the traumas, all of that which no longer serves us, as we shift into fourth density energy. And I'm here to help you move and shift into fourth density, because people always talking about five density, but no one's talking about fourth density. We just can't skip over that.
So when you get to the so what do you think happens in the fourth dimension, then in the fourth density here, that you
Well, and
break
I'm just
between that and the fifth?
yeah, so I'm just going to go in densities and dimensions to help on the path. So in 3D, it's the most dense, it's the heaviest, it's the space of where we are truly enriched in our physical space, where we are truly entrenched in our human experience. Whatever it may be, the pain, the trauma, the hurt, the love, the joy, the happiness, whatever it is, we're fully entrenched in it in 3D. But as we get to 4D, we have to move through the shedding, like a snake, if you will, of all the pain, all the hurt, all the trauma, all the guilt, all the remorse,
Mhm.
all the pain, all the anguish, all the exhaustion, all the stress, all the anxiety, all of the lower density, all the lower vibrating energies that are holding us in this vibrational frequency that is not serving us, that is not geared to serving humanity. And so people often talk about, oh, I want to get to 5D and feel the space of unconditional love. Well, guess what? You can't get there without letting all that crap go. And so part of what I'm here to do right now on the planet is to help those shed all that stuff, because the Lemurian light energy that I do, that I work with, from series A, B, and C, by working with the Dogon tribes, by working with the Lemurian energy, by working with Arcturian energy, by working with all these beautiful energies, it is that I help them release all the traumas and pains and shames and guilt and abuse of people that you suffered, because we don't have to carry this anymore. And part of that is letting go of all of that stuff. I mean, whatever it is. I mean, and even karma. Karma now does not exist in fourth density energy. It's gone. It no longer serves us. All the contracts are done. And so I don't know, this may be the first time that some of you guys are hearing all of this, but know that whatever isn't serving you, let it go, because it's time to let it go, especially if you want to get into fifth density. Now it's the time to let it go. And I want to see what that question was. There was a question.
Oh, what are the names of the crystals that you mentioned?
Okay, so there was one before that, but I would talk to Robin. So Robin, the crystals that I work with primarily are Lemurian crystals and Andorra crystals. Those are primarily the only two crystals that I work with. And to tell what a Lemurian crystal is, yes, that's the question. To tell what a Lemurian crystal is, so if you have a quartz crystal, especially if it's scepter form or whatever crystal, especially if it's not tumbled, especially if it's raw. If you see the straight lines going vertical, it's just a regular quartz crystal. But if you see the straight lines going horizontal, it's a Lemurian crystal. And I love Lemurians because they just sing at a different vibration. You can just tell. And most of them are rainbows as well. And one of the ones that I use in the activation, which is a very rare one, and actually they just found it, which is blue, oh darn it, blue something Lemurian. And it's in the activation that I talk about it, but it's one of my favorite new finds. So it's this blue Lemurian crystal. And for the Andoras, I'll send Joan information so you guys can find out more about the Andorra crystals, because it's only two places where I purchased them from, because I got to make sure that they're the real deal. So Bright Light. I love your
What a
name.
name, right? What a name.
I love, love, love her name. Could you tell what density I'm shifting between? I feel like I've been before. And so if I
Look, her picture is one of the orbs she's been seeing.
wow.
Love
And you
your
know what?
light.
And I feel you are a bright light, that you do live up to your name, my dear. But yes, and I feel like with you and with most of the collective on the planet, you are going between 3D and 4D energy. There's no one on the planet. Well, maybe except for one person that I know, but even her, I don't think she's in it all the way. No one's on the planet that is fully in one density. No one's fully in 3D. No one's fully in 4D. No one is fully in 5D. Well, maybe one person. I don't know. But anyway, no, seriously, there's one person that I know on the planet who's in it, and I love her. She's my sister, my soul sister. But Bright Light, I feel that you're more so in 3D and 4D, bouncing back between the two energies.
We really appreciate this. We really, really appreciate this. I think there's other questions I've seen up here too, and all sorts of comments about their crystals coming. So very interesting. I'm so glad Tina is in the back room. Tina Marie is she's our comment lady.
Awesome. So Matthew, you have so I love six-sided crystals, because six-sided crystals are generators. Six-sided crystals are ones who communicate with you and with other crystals easily. I have a few six-sided crystals, and they don't have to be like evenly cut. They could just have six sides, and so I really love that. But Rick,
we have a great question from Rick. Thank you, Rick. Great question. Do you do a lot of visualizations in your life work? Do you visualize DNA strands? What colors do you often use? Do you work? Well, he wants everything. Yeah. First of all, Rick, we want you to sign up for Hillis. You should take it so you can actually answer these questions yourself. But I'm sure he's going to give you a little insight.
So yeah, Tina, if you can put that question back up, I just want to answer it in the parts that Rick asked for. But yes, Rick, if you take the activation class, you will definitely experience what I'm about to go through for yourself. And so with the light body work that I do, with the light work that I do, being a facilitator of this Lemurian light energy, it's seldom that I see visuals, but the clients that I work with see visuals all the time. It's like they have a tapestry of a story unfold with them in the session with me. And so when I do work on myself, yes. But with clients, not so much. And when I'm in meditation, I see a lot of visuals. And darn it, I should have bought my book of light codes to answer this next part of
We're
your
going to have
question.
you back. I can already tell you're coming back. So, okay.
But Rick, I did have a download of what the new 12-strand DNA will look like. And as I mentioned before, it's more of a hexagonal shape as opposed to more of the chord or rounded shape that we're used to, because the hexagonal shape is more structured, more stronger, and more defined in that space. And yeah, and all the visuals, everything, Rick. And I think there was. I will ask you, John, but there was one more question I wanted to look at from Rick. Tina, if you could put Rick's back up for me, please. There was one more that I wanted, and so yeah, I see. And so work with tetrahedrons. So I work with Metatron's cube a lot. So I work with various shapes, colors. So it just really depends on what I'm called to utilize in the energy. So it's different every time for me, and sometimes I have to remember to go back to my foundations so I can stay rooted in something as I elevate it into a higher space. But yes, so we can put up John's questions by asking where he's from.
This is great. This is great to have all the you're inspiring. I don't know if it's got to be my career. No, the energy that definitely wants to be shifted, and we're all feeling the vibration. So this is great. And since Tina Marie came in the house, she's putting up all the questions. So
Yes.
yes.
So John, Tina, if you could just put up John's question, I just want to see really quick his picture just so I can have a confirmation of what I'm feeling for him. Yeah, and I'm also a psychic medium, guys. So if you guys hop on if you click on the link where the tap link, .cc/ Hillis Pugh, if you guys go to the link that's there, you guys can actually go to my link and subscribe to my channel, Cosmic Insight, where we do a live show every Friday and even do readings live on the show as well. So you guys can pop over there, and it's a great time me and my co-host we have. But John, John, I feel you can always do a search for Lemurian crystals. They're becoming more popular now, but I would get some from Brazil. Brazil is a great place to get them from. And it's interesting from what I'm feeling for you, John. I feel like you're an Arcturian, like you have Arcturian roots. And if that's the case, that means you are meant to be a healer, because people from Arcturus are born healers.
He is. He
Is
is.
that what you feel, Joan?
Definitely a gift. He's come to who he is, and he holds the frequency of some of our shows for us by running the chat. In a sense, he and Tina Marie have this code going on that just lights up the room. And so here's another question for us: what the light body is the light body the same as the Merkaba? It's a great question.
No.
It's not.
No, they're two separate entities. So just imagine the Merkaba is like the Horus field, the energy that rotates around, right? The Merkaba is the same, is the energy that we call forth first from the mind's eye to project out. And so this is a space of developmental energy. This is almost like uh, kind of like you put yourself in this crystal, this energy field, and this energy field assists in the evolution, the guidance, the teachings, whatever you call into it. That's what the Merkaba is for. Whatever you call into it, the life force energy. However, the light body is what you are. The light body is what you are. As we especially now begin to shift into fourth and fifth density energies, you begin to slowly shift from a carbon-based body, to a light crystalline body. So they're two separate things.
I love it. So we're not going to do readings, guys. You can go on Hillis's website and go to his show on Friday for the show and the live readings, and he's going to be happy to do them. But let's answer one or two more questions. And guys, I want you to understand that those light body activations actually shift your DNA. They shift your frequency. They shift your sense of who you are, why you're here. It brings it all kind of together, and in a way you'll be answering a lot of your own questions once you shift into that higher vibrational frequency, just like you could feel the energy right now. Like it started the minute we happened, and more of you are sharing this out to your community so you can feel that light. But there's an activation happening right now that many of you are already feeling. Okay. So I think let's just put up one or two more questions, Tina Marie.
Yeah, I want to answer that question from M, because I think that was a really amazing question of how do I know if I've been activated for my highest timeline. And
Brilliant question.
It is an amazing question. So Emma, I just want you to first take the timeline portion out of it, because timelines right now in the space of activation mean absolutely zero. Not to offend anyone or what have you, I'm just being honest. Timeline energy has no bearing on your light body or you or being present here for your highest good. And how do you know if you've been activated? But it's simply just asking this question already, you know you've been activated. But there's more to activate. I mean, trust me, I'm in the seat where I'm at, but I'm also still a student. I'm also still a teacher. I'm also a master. I'm all of these things because I'm constantly growing, living, and evolving, just like everyone who is here watching. So just because I'm sitting here with Joan doesn't mean that I'm like this omnipotent master being. No, I'm like you. I'm still learning in this process. I'm happy to share this wisdom with all of you. But just know that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever you're feeling, that there's always room for growth until you reach a point to where you're not incarnating on the planet anymore. And I tell you, I'm very old. I am from the city of Mu. I mean, that's how old I am. And I'm not talking about Earth years.
Right,
I'm not talking about, I'm talking soul years. I am super old. I've helped create civilizations on other planets. That's how old I am.
I love it. And you feel like a fellow soul. You feel what, like, I don't know. I didn't connect to you when we were just looking at each other on Zoom, but
yeah,
you
Zoom is a whole
on,
other thing for me.
and your energy just magnetizes, and it's like, oh yeah, I've known this man before. You're a master soul awakener, a master mentor, a master teacher. I can't wait to hear when your classes, your training program starts, because I think it's going to be one of the best. And that's what we have to say. Okay. So what series of personal events, good, and this is going to be our last question, I think, but what series of personal events helped you recognize your serious connection, and how do you describe that energy?
It's a really good question, and this is part of my personal story. And everyone has their own story and their path and how they get to where they gotten and how they continue to move. And so after I, honed my psychic abilities, I, found a Reiki master to attune me to level 1 Reiki to get accustomed to these energies. And as I was going for my Reiki 2, I found this amazing teacher where he talked about this Lemurian Light Energy. I'm like, yes, this is what I want. This is what I need. Forget Reiki. Reiki is this. And so, not saying nothing against, people who teach or practice Reiki, but if you're not learning from a grand master, then it's almost like, and not bashing anyone. It's just,
Right.
my
No, I
personal
totally
thought.
understand.
Yeah.
You were
And
born a
so,
master.
yeah. And so as I was connected with this teacher, this being, he was teaching me all about Lemuria and this energy, and then by the way of making the connection to Sirius, and you just kind of feel in your heart, and this isn't just for Rick, this is for everyone, when you're on your path, you just kind of feel in your heart what's best for you. And then as you come into vibrational alignment and frequency with what is right for you, you then begin to have things show up, and you begin to receive downloads, you begin to receive information, you begin to receive everything that you want to bring you that wisdom to have, for you to be at that seat, the seat of the soul, the seat of mastery, where you can continue to grow and evolve from that space. And so my path and journey here is like everyone else. I mean, I just allow myself to be open to receive what it is that I've asked for, to allow myself to receive the teachers that I want, whether they show up in with as people, whether they show up as crystals, whether they show up as experiences. Know that everything that you ask for is a teacher, and you have to have that reverence for that space.
Yep. What a great answer. What a great answer. And, the comments, don't forget we're spreading love and light. And that is what we're doing. And each of
Yeah.
us has, each of you has a responsibility to live up to the mission you came here for, the vision, the role, the dreams you even set for yourself. You have a responsibility, not just to yourself, but actually to each and every one of us, because we live in a collaborative, collective whole, and Earth's transformation is as quick as your transformation and mine collectively. So, we may all go up here, but if most of the planet's here, it still has an impact. And so we're all responsible. So when we say we're the ones we've been waiting for, it's honestly true. Okay, you see the two of us up here, we are loving doing what we're doing. When you start doing what you're doing, you're going to be wherever spirit sends you, loving what you're doing. And your tribe will learn from that. And that's a great awakening. So you are a great guest. I have to say something, Hillis. Your energy is amazing. I love what you do. I hope everyone reaches out and has that event with you, has their light body activation, and gets to experience you. Go and be on your show. What was the name of your show again?
So it's Cosmic Insight, but
Cosmic Insight.
yeah, but if you go to the taplink.cc/Hillis Pugh, if you guys go to that link, and it will take you directly to all things me, social media, show, everything. So yeah, thank you, Tina. So just go to that link there, taplink.cc/Hillis Pugh. That will take you to everything me.
It's a good thing she's here, because I wouldn't have known how to get that tab. I got it back for you. And then I get lost while I'm watching it. Listen, you've been a great guest, and I've just loved. I love feeling everyone's reaction to you. John's saying, "Yep, I love this dude." Everyone's happy with me because I have you on the show, guys. We're stepping into the miraculous, and so thank you so much for coming on.
Oh,
We will
thank
see
you. I
you.
mean, it's been a great honor to share this wisdom, to share this light with everyone, because, it's not just me, it's all of us. And there's just some people who are on different scales in different spaces. And it's for all of us sometimes to even reach behind us to pull those up with us. And, that's part of what I'm here to do. It's
I
to
love it.
reach behind, because this is why I do the work that I do, because there's been times in my life where I felt alone on my path, and and like you, we started so beyond our years that no one really understood what we were, what we were doing, and so now it's time for us to reach back and bring those with us now.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for being with us. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, guys. We are so blessed that we had him with us. I could feel his vibration, and I know that you did. And I really want to encourage you to check out his links, check out his show, check out his heart. Why? Because Spirit said I should share this little piece of information, which is really, he said he's been here for millions of years, and he has. And he is an ancient Lemurian soul. He's an ancient Syrian soul. And that which he's teaching to us today in 2022 is that which he learned millions of years ago. And these are the teachings that we need as we step into our own mastery. So check out all of his links. And meanwhile, guys, If you're new to me or you've been back, I just adore you. I love you so much. I'm able to step into the miraculous and open that curtain to go through with your support, with your love, with your confidence that miracles are manifesting. And I do believe that that's true. And I believe having a tribe of miracle makers kind of makes it really fun. So I want to thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share. And Tina will put up again the event I'm doing. It's the first live event that I have done in a year and a half. I used to do lots of live events, and this one's on manifesting your dreams, your visions into reality. So here's what I'm going to say. You get your light body activated so you can actually come to this class and manifest that which you are putting into motion. So check out the class. I think you'd all really enjoy it. And check out the website. You can get your free book on your soul purpose. And so it is, and so it will be. All right, guys, I want to thank you for being a part of Step into the Miraculous. You make it miraculous. Your vibration is getting so high, all of you, that I feel like we're all in the angel brigade pattern together. So thank you so much. And I will see you all next week.